Good evening, ma'am. Well, right now I want to share about my weekly reading. The topic for this week is about education, and my title is The Impact of COVID-19 to Indonesian Education and its relation to the philosophy of Merdeka Belajar. So here's my short synopsis. So, based on the article, as we know that the spread of the COVID-19 had a profound effect on the economic world which was starting to fade, but now the impact is being felt by the education world. The policies taken by many countries, including Indonesia, by dismissing all educational activities make the government and related institutions must present alternative educational process for students and students who cannot carry out the educational process in educational institution. Based on the article, there are some impact of COVID-19 to Indonesian education. First, we cannot go to school like we used to. Also, we cannot study together with friends. The virus has a big impact to our educational situation, but our government isn't give up. Indonesia Minister of Education and Culture, which is Nadiem Makarim, established some national learning programs. He calls this program education policies atau Merdeka Belajar. Merdeka Belajar means freedom of learning, which is to give students the opportunity to learn as freely as they can, to learn calmly, relax, and happily without stress and pressure by paying attention to their natural talent without forcing them to learn or master a field of knowledge in outside their hobbies and abilities. So, that each of them has a portfolio that suits their passion. Because giving a burden to students beyond their ability is an act that is deplorable in common sense and impossible for wise teachers to do. This is like a blind student and the teacher asks him to tell what and how the sun is to these friends. If freedom of learning is fulfilled, it will create independent learning, and the school is called an independent school or a free school. In the level of university, the Minister of Education implement Kampus Merdeka or the independent university. Kampus Merdeka policy is a constitution of the concept of Merdeka Belajar. Its implementation only change ministerial regulation, not to change government regulation or laws. There are some main points. First, opening of new study program. This program gives autonomy to states and provide universities to open new study program. But this autonomy is not free. Second, higher education accreditation system. The re-accreditation program will be automatic for all grades and voluntary for challenge and study program that are ready to advance in rank. Easy for universities of becoming PTNBH atau perguruan tinggi berbadan hukum. Again, in order to students to continue studying at home, the Minister of Education and Culture has prepared a number of support to facilitate the process. The Minister of Education itself developed distance learning application based on a portal and Android. Atau yang disebut tadi rumah belajar. This portal can be accessed at learning.kemendikbud.go.id. Some excellent features that can be accessed by students and teachers, including learning resources, digital classes, virtual laboratories, and question banks. Learning centers can be utilized by students and teachers of early childhood education, elementary school, junior high school, senior high school, and vocational schools or equivalent. The Minister of Education has partnered with 7 online platform. Jadi kementerian atau menteri pendidikan bekerja sama dengan 7 platform belajar online seperti Smart Class, Ruang Guru, Sekolahmu, Genius, Kuiper, Google Indonesia, and Microsoft. Each platform will provide facilities that are publicly accessible and free. Jadi setiap platform itu akan menyediakan fasilitas-fasilitas yang akan dipublikasikan dan bisa diakses secara gratis oleh setiap siswa-siswi yang mau belajar seperti itu. So the conclusion is COVID-19 has a significant impact on the world of education, including in educational system in Indonesia. Traditional and routine learning that emphasizes the interaction of teachers and students in the classroom and outside the classroom shift to distance learning. Although this situation is in line with the vision and mission of future learning in the era of the Industrial Revolution 4.0 and Community 4.5.0. It still has advantages and disadvantages. In terms of strengths, of course, online learning is not limited by space and time, of course, especially since the government's call for self-quarantine, physical and social distancing. However, the current freedom cannot be interpreted as unlimited freedom in learning. So that is my short synopsis of my article, ma'am. So here is my personal reaction. Well, I think this article is good and informative, and I feel happy to find and read this, because this article explains how government, especially in education, keeps struggle and look for others way for student like me or like all of students keep study even though not at school. Like our government prepares some sources to make students stay learning, and I can see how our educational situation have changed because this COVID-19. So here are some new vocabulary that I found from this article, ma'am. First is diminish atau mengurangi, reduce mereduksikan atau menurunkan, utilize memanfaatkan atau menggunakan, derived mendapat atau memperoleh, and the last is oppressed atau tertindas dan tertekan. So that's all about my weekly reading, ma'am, which is about education. Thank you.